Braxton, congratulations. What kind of statement did this offense make tonight? 63.
Man, you know, hard work, preparation, it ties into all that, though. You know, that's how it should be. And guys played hard throughout the whole game, and we didn't really miss a beat when the second guys came in either. So it's just a lot of preparation.
What does it say about where you guys are going now?
You know, we got to keep our foot on the pedal. You know, the team that come upon us, just got to take one game at a time. Can't overlook any type of opponent.
Over on the left, Austin.
Braxton, even when you say you need to take them one game at a time, do you guys feel, you talked about the polls, you knew where you stood, that you needed to do something like this to impress people?
We really didn't talk about it, but a little bit, you know, just watching on ESPN all day. We had all day to watch, you know, just chill and relax and get our mind right. But, yeah, I've seen on ESPN a couple of times, and, you know, it's just, I don't know, you just can't go out there and just predict whatever is going to happen. So we just had hard week preparation, and, you know, this turned out real well.
Right here on the right, Tim.
Yeah, Braxton, talk about what's gotten into Carlos Hyde these last 3 games and again tonight and stuff. Just talk about what you see from him.
Just a leadership, how he grew from last year, and, you know, that little suspension he had, you know, it just hangs on the shoulder, so he just feel like he got to prove himself even more, you know, things like that happen.
On the left, Bill.
How comfortable do you feel on the passing game right now?
Very comfortable. I know what I'm doing, and really defensive coverage, and I know where the guy's going to be. I adjust the route sometimes, and, you know, it's just exciting to see the guys get the ball in the hand and do something with it.
Right here, Jared.
Braxton, your offensive line, we talked about them after last week, the way that they moved the line of scrimmage. Did they move it more tonight? It seems like if you wanted to give it to Carlos, he had 10 yards waiting on him.
Right.
Were they that dominant, or was there something defensively they were playing into that?
They're getting aggressive throughout the week of practice, and, you know, just doing little smoke plays out on the outside, getting the guys get the ball on the outside. You know, just it frees up the inside, and offensive line did a hell of a job.
On the left, Doug.
Braxton, after the way you played in the first half to hit Philly with that touchdown pass to end the first half, just how did you feel in that moment, putting it all together like that? Man,
we ran that in practice. You know, we ran a coverage out, and they actually ran a coverage that we predicted, and just threw a rope to him. I already know he's going to catch it.
Is it the most confident and comfortable you've felt in your career?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, getting a year under Coach Meyer in the offense and just learning, you know, the little mistakes that I do every game. I just fix them, and I just improve myself and, you know, show what I got.
Over on the right, Obi.
Braxton, how you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Good. Hey, seems like, I mean, as a former player, I can kind of tell when you go out there kind of with a chip on your shoulder. You kind of have this certain energy. Seems like you guys kind of had a chip on your shoulders, if you will. Can you talk a little bit about that?
You know, just coming off 12-0 last season. And it was a hard-fought season last year, and you know, just coming in this year, we just want to prove ourselves even more. Like, we can do this again. You know, just keep doing what we're doing. You know, just don't change who we are, and just keep working hard throughout the week, and, you know, expect things like this.
Got time for a couple more, Steve?
Yeah, Braxton, I want to ask about the 39-yard touchdown run you had, the draw. Just looks like your guys completely sold out on the blocks, even downfield for you to get you in the end zone. I want to ask you about that, one other thing, but just that touchdown, just what you see there, the guys blocking for you.
You know, Coach Meyer, he wanted to see me get a rushing touchdown, so I was like, all right, Coach, we don't run a 60 paint this game, so. And I give it to him. He ran the play. You know, I just read it out. The guys sailed out for it.
Any other things, Dontre, just getting the ball to him on the swing pass and the touchdown he had there in the second half, is that the kind of play that'll get him going, making those kind of plays on a regular basis, you hope?
Yeah, a guy like that, you always got to get the ball to him on the outside, you know, just a little guy like that. I don't know if you want to run up the middle. You know, that's for big lows, but plays like that is always exciting.
Got time for one more, Tim?
Yeah, Braxton, was this as complete a total team first half as y'all have had? Just talk about what it felt like to look up there and see that kind of lead against an opponent, a credible opponent like that.
Man, it was a good defense, good team, and you know, just, you know, the first half it went real good. You know, just fast momentum. You know, getting the ball out, getting the guys to get the ball. You know, the offensive line blocking, and you know, it's just the game. It's just, you know, the game plan just works out, and you just work throughout the week with it, and it turns out like this.
All right, Braxton, thank you.
All right.